Welcome to Tagged Beyond the Award, the podcast that celebrates innovation, excellence, and leadership. Each episode dives into inspiring stories behind the nominees and winners of the TAG Awards, uncovering the breakthroughs, challenges, and triumphs that define their journey. Whether it's cutting-edge technology, transformative products, or visionary leadership, we're here to explore what it means to stand out and shape the future of your industry. Let's go beyond the award and into the heart of innovation. Here's your host, Justin Starbird.
Welcome back to Tagged Beyond the Award in our ongoing series, Tagged Beyond the Booth. Today, we got Mike Wang from Braxton Manufacturing with me. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you for having me here.
This is really exciting. I see you guys. I've even gotten a kit from you in the mail or one of your sales reps before with those tiny little pieces. Talk a little bit about what Braxton Manufacturing does.
So Braxton Manufacturing is a deep draw house. So we form metal. Okay. It's a way of forming metal. So when you think about forming metal, there's different ways of doing it. Obviously, you extrude it, you could stamp it. What deep draw is when the length is greater than the diameter, it's a deep draw.
Okay.
When the diameter is greater than the length, let's say like a frying pan, it's very shallow.
Sure.
That's a stamping. But when you make something like a tube, lipstick tube, bullet casings, things like that, those are deep draw because the length is greater than the diameter.
Sure.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So what Braxton is a deep draw house. That's all we do.
Yep. But
we're very, very in a very niche market. We work in the small, high precision, tight tolerance component sector of it. So we do mostly medical, aerospace, electronics, some automotive, but anything that takes a very high quality part, small. The biggest part we make is about 2 inches in length, maybe 2 1/4.
Wow.
Diameters maybe 1 1/4 inch in diameter.
Yeah.
So we focus on the nano, the small drawn parts.
Yeah. That's incredible. I mean, I have always seen you at these events and shows, and it's always so interesting to see the little tiny pieces that you have out there and hear you and the team explain what it is that you do and who you do it for. Talk a little bit about, you mentioned some regulated industries, whether it be aerospace or MedTech. Who do you serve within those industries and spaces?
So we serve a lot of the big players, but the way we service them is we provide generally a very critical component. So we don't provide a finished part. We don't provide a finished good, a device, but it's a very critical component in a device that they sell.
Yeah.
So, for example, we do dentistry parts, we do eye surgery parts, we do surgical cutting parts.
Yeah.
But it's one component in a package that they sell.
Yeah.
Usually they can't really purchase this component anywhere else besides Braxton at this price point.
Yeah.
If you have unlimited budget, you can get this made anywhere, but a lot of times engineers could design a part, but doesn't mean it's manufacturable.
Yeah.
But if it's manufacturable, it also doesn't mean it's manufacturable at a reasonable price.
Right, or at scale.
Right, or at scale, right?
Yeah.
So that's where Braxton comes in, right? We work with their engineers and design a part that suits our manufacturing ability, but also suits their needs.
Yeah.
So it's a good synergy.
Sure. So
in Braxton, what we do is we look for long-term partners. We're not in it to make a one-off for you, one-time thing. A lot of times people, they when they become our customers, they're our customers for life.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You mentioned all these little, small parts and how critical the components are to the device and the pieces that you're making, the parts that you're making for the larger device. Talk a little bit about innovation and where does that come from? Is it something that is, your customers tell you what they need and then you go do it, or you come up with new ways to solve problems and tell them about it, and then they're like, oh, we have this problem?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
So our customers will come to us with a need, and we help them come up with a solution for that need. So we don't, our innovative solutions they come from customer requests. They'll say, hey, I want something even smaller. I want something even tighter tolerance, or this or that. And we figure a way to do that for them.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, that's how we work with them in that sense. We provide a solution for them.
When your role here, I know you're in charge of the booth today, and you oversee so much of the success of the company. Talk a little bit about what it is that you do and your title, what every day looks like for you.
Yeah, so I'm in the sales and marketing side for Braxton Manufacturing. So I do come to all the trade shows, and we try to generate new business, right? And we're here, and we want to showcase our new technology, what we have. As you see when you came to our booth, some of the parts we make are so small you have to use a microscope to see it.
Yeah.
And that's what we want to get that out there, because a lot of times people don't understand, they don't know about the deep draw process. And we need to be out here to educate them and show them what we could do. Yeah. And that's why we send those sample kits out, like the one you got, because it's a good array of parts that we make. It gives these engineers an idea, oh, this is possible. So that's why we're out here to showcase and show them what we could do.
Yeah. I love that you talk about that you're out here and you're showcasing, what you're capable of. The MD&M South show, I've seen you at West. I know you're at East. Sometimes you go to Midwest. These are important to the business development efforts of the company. What is it like to be here and running into your customers and being able to, show a startup what's truly possible?
Oh, it's very exciting, right? Because you want to have a connection with your customers, right? You want to put a face to the name, right? Talking through email is a bit impersonal, right? So it's always good to meet people face to face, so you make a better connection. And with the new customers or new potential customers, I get a real satisfaction explaining to them what we do and see their eyes light up with the possibilities of using a deep draw as a solution to their issues.
What has it been like, when you are, here and you get to go back and see somebody that you've worked with for 5, 10, maybe the relationship started well before you or them, were working there, but it's still going strong, and they, and that partnership kind of comes to life. That must feel wonderful. It's
very satisfying.
Yeah.
It is very satisfying. And like I said, Braxton has long-term customers, right? We've been incorporated since 1964, and we have customers 30, 35, 40 year plus.
Yeah.
I haven't been there that long, I'm not that old. Yeah. But yes, like I said, because we provide a solution. We're not trying to sell them something that, they could buy off the shelf, some commodity part. We offer a very unique solution to that particular issue, and they are generally very satisfied with what we can provide.
Yeah, and I got to imagine they also want to know, especially new customers, who they're dealing with. So if there is something, a part doesn't meet its standards or their process changes, they want to be able to articulate that and go shake hands and and talk to somebody, feel really comfortable about who they're going to. And I mean, these shows, that's what it's about.
Absolutely, yeah.
So what are you looking forward to as things come up? I mean, your approach to innovation is collaborative. You're always looking at new materials. You're sourcing the best practices possible and bringing on new talent. What has it been like producing a physical part in an AI world?
There is an AI world, but the physical part that we make, AI is a supplement. They help us, right? It can help us, but the AI can't produce the parts that the engineers could design, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So they can't take over the business, so to speak, right? AI definitely is a great help, but at least right now, the AI isn't quite there where they could take the place of an engineering team.
Yeah.
But it's exciting time because we are doing some things with AI also.
Yeah.
So
here we are, end of April, beginning of May, when this show will actually come out. Talk a little bit about what's coming next, what you're excited about for the rest of the year, what's on Braxton Manufacturing's milestone list.
So right now, one of the exciting things happened at Braxton is our previous CEO retired, and we recently have our new CEO, Joe Aspund. So that's very exciting. He's bringing new innovation, new energy, new life into the company. So it's very exciting.
Yeah.
He's very gung-ho. He's very hands-on.
Yeah.
And he wants to bring Braxton to the next level.
Sure.
So that's very exciting.
That's awesome. Well, it's really neat to finally get a chance to talk to you and hear more about Braxton, what you guys are doing, and how you take those really small components and turn them into something incredible that it impacts the lives of so many, especially on the MedTech side. It's really neat to see.
Thank you very much.
On behalf of my guest today, Mike Wang from Braxton Manufacturing, you've been watching and listening to Tagged Beyond the Award in our series with MD&M South, Tagged Beyond the Booth. Until next time.
On behalf of our guest today and host Justin Starbird, thank you for listening to Tagged Beyond the Award. We hope you've been inspired by the stories of innovation and leadership shared today. Don't forget to subscribe and join us for more incredible journeys behind the breakthroughs. If you or someone you know is leading the way in innovation, visit tagawards.co to learn more about how to get involved. Until next time, stay driven, keep innovating, and keep reaching for excellence.